This is Shirley Jan Johnson, January 19th, 2025.
You still have your cross on, and you're walking out as an agent of Satan doing the will of him.
See, agents of Satan wear crosses in order to deceive. So beware when you see someone wearing a cross and claiming to be a Christian, especially if they're claiming to be a MAGA, evangelical, charismatic, Pentecostal Christian. Because more than likely, they're agents of Satan. Wolves in sheep's clothing. Because if they were true Christians, people would know that by their lifestyles, not by some paraphernalia that they wear. See, Paula White Cain is Brad Knight's mother and so-called pastor and spiritual advisor to Donald Trump. In 2015, Paula White said they were going to infiltrate the White House.
We're grateful because we believe that Hollywood and Wall Street and the White House and everything's going to be infiltrated because we didn't come to fit in, we came to take over. That we're advancing the kingdom of God.
Now, I know you know the definition of words, but I like to give the definitions. Infiltrate, to penetrate with hostile intent. To enter or take up positions in, gradually or surreptitiously, as for purposes of espionage or takeover. And that's exactly what Paula White said. They were going to infiltrate the White House because they didn't come to fit in. They came to take over.
We're grateful because we believe that Hollywood and Wall Street and the White House and everything's going to be infiltrated because we didn't come to fit in, we came to take over. That we're advancing the kingdom of God.
See, they are advancing the kingdom of their God. Obviously, they're talking about Satan because Jesus does not operate through infiltration and deception. Satan operates that way. The devil operates that way. This definition is from Webster's dictionary. The first definition was from the American Heritage Dictionary. Infiltrate, to cause to pass in by filtering. To move into an organization, etc., surreptitiously and with hostile intent. To infiltrate enemy lines. To pass a small number of soldiers, spies, etc., or false preachers, false teachers, whatever you want to pass through, into a country or organization, clandestinely and with hostile subversive intent. Clandestine, conducted with secrecy, withdrawn from public notice, usually for an evil purpose, kept secret, hidden, private, underhanded. See, they usually infiltrate for an evil purpose. Subversive. This is the Webster's Dictionary again. Tending to subvert or advocating subversion, especially in an attempt to overthrow or undermine a legally constituted government. A person who adopts subversive principles or policies. To overthrow something established or existing. To cause the downfall or ruin of. To undermine the principles of, corrupt. And that's exactly what they did on January 6th. They tried to overthrow and take over a legally constituted government. The established existing American government. Psalm 64, verse 2. Hide me from the secret counsel of the wicked, from the insurrection of the workers of iniquity. Isaiah chapter 9, verse 16. For the leaders of this people cause them to err, and they that are led of them are destroyed. See, it's the leaders who are responsible for that insurrection or that attempted insurrection on January 6th. It's the leaders that caused the people to err.
When the disciples were with Jesus, they thought he was setting up an earthly kingdom. They thought he would overthrow the Roman government, because they thought that he would overthrow a natural government. That's why he was a political threat to them. But Jesus had no intention of overthrowing a natural government.
The leaders are to blame for what took place on January the 6th. And then there was the word also surreptitiously. surreptitiously, done or made by stealth, or without proper authority, made or introduced fraudulently. Again, that's what they do. They operate through fraud and misrepresentation of the truth. See, they first infiltrated the church as evangelicals, pretending to be Christian. Then they infiltrated the Republican Party, pretending to be Republicans. Or it could be vice versa. Either way, they infiltrated the Republican Party, took it over and destroyed it, or brought it to ruin, and they've infiltrated and taken over the churches. They're perverting the gospel, and they're destroying and ruining Christianity. These people are not Christian nationalists. They're wolves in sheep's clothing. They are Luciferian. They're trying to bring about the one world government and one world church of Antichrist. These people are not Christian. I've preached that for years. They are deceivers. They are wolves in sheep's clothing. And it's been reported that Donald Trump himself supposedly became a Republican only 6 months before running for president the first time in 2015. See, they're infiltrators, deceivers. Psalm chapter 12, verse 8. The wicked walk on every side when the vilest men are exalted. Vile. This is Webster's dictionary definition. Wretchedly bad, highly offensive, unpleasant, or objectionable, morally debased, depraved, or despicable. See, the wicked walk on every side when the morally debased, depraved, despicable people are exalted. Look at the type of people Trump has chosen to be in his cabinet so far. I'm sure you've probably seen this post by J.D. Vance, Trump's chosen vice president, portraying himself and Donald Trump, the president-elect, as a married homosexual couple. And Donald Trump and his followers also were rejoicing to the song YMCA at some of Trump's events. And they claim to be the Bible-based party. And did you notice Trump's hand? Perhaps J.D. Vance was trying to tell us something. Now, I don't know if that was just some type of CGI or AI or what. But this hand is for real. This is Donald Trump's so-called pastor and spiritual advisor, Paula White King. Proverbs chapter 29, verse 2. When the righteous are in authority, the people rejoice. But when the wicked beareth rule, the people mourn. Listen, people are mourning already. Even many of the MAGA people who voted for Trump are squawking and mourning. And Trump hasn't even been sworn into office yet. See, that's what happens when the morally debased, despicable people are in rule. But when the righteous people are in authority, the people rejoice. Webster's dictionary definition, righteous. Characterized by uprightness or morality. Morally right or justifiable. Acting in an upright moral way, virtuous. Upright. Adhering to rectitude, righteous, honest, or just. Being in accord with what is right. That's what righteous means. Just being honest and a person of moral character. That's what righteous is. So anyone who's rejoicing over Donald Trump, it's because they're just like him. Or they're just plain delusional. They'd rather believe a lie than to believe the truth. Pure and simple.